This week on Tips, Tricks, and Practice Routines, I want to give a special shout out to Dwayne and Scott for this request about the stand in the box, left foot forward, right foot forward, and some of the mechanics of which is better, standing or stepping. I'm going to go over the mechanics just a little bit and my thoughts on it. Personally, stepping is just a lot of extra movement as far as release and trying to keep things straight. For me personally, I like to stand. I take that out of the equation. That's the whole stepping and trying to step in the same spot every time, because I do everything in repetition, same thing over and over. But there are certain things in mechanics that I believe everybody should have. You know, kind of like when you're in Little League Baseball, keeping yourself square to the hole, your arm fully extended, not like this, because you're going to be inconsistent if you have a bend, because you may have a different bend at times, so you want to keep it straight out. As far as which is better, I think the most personally is a preference and which you feel comfortable doing. And I'd like to get a little bit of the wife's opinion on standing versus stepping, because she's done both.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I don't think there really is a perfect stance or a perfect way of doing things. You have to be comfortable. You know, you could take Steve's throw, for instance. Everybody at one point in time has tried to throw like him, and my guess is it doesn't work out for you, but it works out for him. You know, Matt Guy, he's a stepper. Some people just can't step. I can't step, and I used to step. And I just can't do it anymore. I find myself falling over and being very inconsistent, and that's just not what worked for me. And I started standing still, and I worked at it, and there's no going back now. And it's just, you have to be consistent, you have to be comfortable. You have to be comfortable.
So do you believe it added to your consistency of your game, taking that step out of the equation?
Yeah, I mean, when I'm standing here, I don't fall over and stuff anymore. I mean, you see people stepping and, you know, falling over the board or falling this way, and your arm is doing the same thing. When you're falling, your arm's doing the exact same thing.
Right.
That's just my opinion. I mean...
Well, so you kind of get our views on that. There's no magic which one's the best.
No.
Really, it's your preference and what's comfortable to you. But there are certain little things you can pick up, just like I did when I was starting out, is I was picking little things of what people did, how they held the bag, how they released the bag. Those things are part of your mechanics that you definitely want to do the same.
You can nitpick what certain things do and learn from those people. You don't have to do exactly what Steve Vanderver does or exactly what I do.
I wouldn't do it either.
I mean, I don't think either one of us would throw like we do, but we're stuck. We're here.
We're here now. All right.
I'm going to cover the step and no step, because I actually used to be a stepper. About a month before Queen of Cornhole in 2012, I was actually stepping. But I found myself kind of doing the, you know, I wasn't very stable. So about a month before that, I switched and decided that I was going to stand still and not do that anymore. So ever since then, that's what I do. I actually stand here, and I actually, like Steve comes about an inch out, I actually am about flat with the line. My foot right here, right up against the board, just like so, my back foot. I even do one of these when I throw, if you haven't noticed in all of our videos. I pretty much dig a rut back there. Then when I come to the other side, pretty similar to Steve, pretty well off of the board, but again, flat in front of the board, just like so. And that's pretty much it.
In this week's request on tips, tricks, and practice routines, it was how we stand in the box and whether we put our left foot or right foot forward. As you can see in the pics, I angle mine slightly, actually to the other side of the corner of the board, as you've seen in other videos. And the reason I do my left foot is so I can get my line straight to the hole quicker. Now, if you were to do your left, or put your right foot out there first, and you're right-handed, you're going to, before you get that line, you've got to come all the way out here before you get your line. Seems a little awkward to me. On this side of the board, I'm basically straight at this point except for my upper body at the hole. But my foot on both sides is about an inch back. And again, I do my right foot, or my left foot forward so I can get that line straight to the hole. Now, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please subscribe now so we can keep these videos coming for you guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in.